Hello, beautiful beings. How is everyone tonight? Oh my goodness, it is a full moon in Gemini. Diana and I are here to talk about it. So much is going on, as usual, with the full
As
moon. Go ahead.
as usual. For
It just keeps ramping up. But we got out of the eclipses, we got out of the Scorpio new moon, and here we are seriously weighing out our options. What are we? Gemini is the moon's in Gemini. That's your all your consciousness, all the thoughts going through your head, and it's easy to get away from you if you're not focused. So use that focus, that Sagittarius, point your arrow somewhere, right?
yeah,
And the sun is in Sagittarius and Mars is right next to it. So get Mars to work for you in a productive way instead of a not so productive way. Because if you get triggered, you could get triggered easily with the sun and Mars together uh, in this full moon, right?
right. Well, and Mercury is still in Gemini as well. I mean Sagittarius. The
Yeah.
moon is now it, at the beginning of the month. Remember, we had for the new moon we had the moon, the sun, Mars, and Mercury all
Oh,
in Sagittarius, right?
wait, Scorpio.
Scorpio. Hello. Thank you so much.
I'm telling you, it's getting. Anywho,
The
but
beginning of the month was very rough, in case anybody has forgotten. It was filled with hammers of Thor,
Artemis
and
Authority.
how we started the month. And it's kind of how we're going out, because guess what's in the sky today? Another
Hammer
hammer of the Thor, and
of the Thor.
it's the Sun and Mars conjunction. That conjunction is trine to Neptune right now, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
That is, I had a beautiful 2-inch snowfall here. So it began yesterday. But that was very nice. It was just very calming and like permission to make everything stop. So I loved it.
Yeah,
But
I
we
feel
have
that.
this we
Go
have
ahead.
Saturn and the moon together in creating a half square to Chiron, and also a square and a half to Venus.
Mhm.
And so then we have Chiron. Oh, I'm looking at the 18th state. Sorry.
I was like, okay.
But it's still basically the same, because it's Saturn to Chiron.
Hi, guys. They say hi, Kayla. Hi, Warrior Girl. Hi, Julie.
Oh,
Learning to
hello.
listen. Julie, learning to listen. I need that. I need that
Oh, yeah.
class. And hi, Brett. Nice to see you all. Thank you for
Yes,
coming.
Pierrette. So this hammer of Thor is Saturn with a half square to Chiron. So that is still in the same position, because Saturn is still at 0 degrees of Pisces. He hasn't
Mm-hmm.
moved. He's direct, but he hasn't noticeably moved yet. He's throwing a square over to Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that started setting up on the 24th for this hammer of Thor. And then from Chiron, we've got a square and a half going over to Mars. So this hammer of Thor it began on the day of the Blue Ray, the Hopi Prophecy Blue Ray Day. And it was another one of those days for me, just like the 14th, the day after the new moon at the beginning
Mm-hmm.
of the month, where I don't know if you all caught the dream show, but I was getting download after download after download, and I was not paralyzed, but I couldn't move. I was on the sofa, period.
It's happened to me quite a bit this month too. Well,
Yeah.
last couple of months. I can't even keep up. But I I do think that third that we had the three Blu-ray things come in while all this is going on. Wow, right after the eclipses, right around the Scorpio new moon. So it's kind of like this time out of time feeling. Yes, a lot of downloads, but
Well, think about it, because the first one um, was November 19th of, no, November, early in November of 2019. Then there was one in 2021, also in November. They had the same dates. I can't recall that right now.
Warrior Girl knows.
Yeah, and I
Yeah, put
caught
them
the
in.
interview with Rebecca, somebody on
Hmm.
on Pam Gregory, and
Yes.
then this other one that just occurred on the 25th, and that brought in all of these downloads. Not, yes, I'm nasally. Yes, I have a sinus infection, because at this time of the year, I always get allergies from tree mold in the tree bark and
2017,
in the leaves.
sorry, 2017 and 2021 were those first ones. But this wasn't, Warrior Girl, wasn't this month, didn't it have three of those activations that where the light was coming? Yeah, Nancy Rebecca is her name, the 19th. Thank you, Lori Hunsinger.
Yes, thank you. I knew the
But
19th was in there somewhere.
it's just this, I mean, all this energy together. Like, okay, we've never been here before. We have not been in this type of energy before. And as it keeps ramping up, and our energetic bodies are trying to stabilize
Mm-hmm.
as we're getting downloads, as we're processing all the energy coming through, right? Um,
So,
we Go ahead.
well, I was just going to add, if before we move on too far, if you have not caught that video with Nancy Rebecca and Pam Gregory, please go see it, because it'll help answer a lot of questions for yourself if you're going through
Mhm.
these things as well.
Oh, we got somebody named Snickers in here. I love it. Hi, Snickers. You
Ah,
just made me hungry.
hi,
Yeah,
Snickers.
Nancy Rebecca. And she has her own channel and her own Facebook page. I've been catching up on her. Um, there's just the amount of information. And the thing is, I think we're all energetic beings, and obviously, but we're being um, like our team is guiding us to where our energy is being utilized to the best, right? So 2017 pyramids in the Mideast. 2019 was the pyramids in China.
Yes,
2021 the pyramids in Mexico City, and then this year 2023 the pyramids in the southwest Arizona.
the mesas.
The
Yes,
Mesa, yeah.
the worn off mesas.
I mean,
So,
it's just, whew.
so with this energy that we have right now, with this hammer of Thor, which is going to continue for a couple of more days, it is a push me, pull you. It's like
Mm.
we can't, there, we can't move, we can't stay put.
Right.
Like, if you don't stay put, then Saturn is gnawing at you. Do this, do that, do this, do that. But you can't venture too far, because, well, we're not all out of it yet, because we still got a T square going. And then we close out the month with two quincunxes. And fine tuning is going to be
Mhm.
difficult till we get into December.
Absolutely. And don't you feel like the fine tuning is going on probably till actually technically the beginning of February, because we, then all the
Well,
planets will be out of retrograde and we'll have more information. But as it it does feel very specific.
yes.
Each of us has this specific fine tuning that we are. The only way to do it is feel through it.
Well,
And
even right off the bat, when we get on December 1st, Mercury is going to be conjunct moving into Saturn. That's
what?
going to slow down
Really?
a lot of wah, wah, wah. The
Wait.
lives are going to make themselves apparent.
Oh, you
You
mean moving into Capricorn? I got
know,
you.
what did I say? Into Saturn? Yeah, he's moving into Capricorn.
Yeah, it's gonna make the lies more apparent out in the external. Yeah, like this.
Yeah,
This is time to. This is the time where the truth is gonna come out in really bizarre ways.
right.
Right? It's really bizarre.
Right. And then he throws, like the next day or a few hours after he's at that 0 degrees, he's going to throw a nice sextile to Saturn.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
And that is, no, you got to follow the rules, man. I don't care if Saturn is in Pisces. That's not the problem here, because there are still rules that need to be maintained. No matter how you have to
Oh,
repair the
absolutely.
foundation, you
Yeah, the
know,
foundation has to be stable, and that
right,
what well, when you say the foundation, excuse me, is integrity,
right,
honesty, authenticity.
right. You follow the rules on how to do it. Let's say your foundation has a leak. What do? Do you throw cement on top of the leak? No. You dig a trench where the
Uh-oh.
leak occurs,
I
and you
lost.
seal it from the outside,
Mm.
because that's the rule. This is your house. This is, if you don't do it this way, it's going to continue to crumble, crumble, crumble.
Right.
And if you just throw cement on it on the inside of your basement, you're not doing anything, because the water's coming in. And how do you make cement?
Well,
You need
well,
water. Hello.
right.
You
So,
need lime and water and
what,
mud.
so what you're saying about the foundation, though, are you talking with Mercury? Are you saying that when Mercury and Saturn sextile, the information is going to come out and it's going to be there's no bones about it. Is that
There's
what you're
no
saying?
bones about it, because
Okay.
Saturn's going to say, no,
Okay.
this is how you have to do it. And Mercury is going to write the list and take you to Home Depot or Lowe's or Ace Hardware or wherever you shop to
Or to
get
the
the
Supreme
things
Court.
that you need, including getting a damn backhoe, because you have to dig all the dirt away from it till you get to where it is.
Oh boy, Jesus. Well, right now Mercury and Neptune are squaring 24th, right? So
Yeah.
that is kind of giving us that, uh, well, just like that, what's going on?
The
What's
teeth
the
back?
information? Yeah, because the information is Mercury, right? And
Yeah.
Neptune's spirit, higher vibrational, higher consciousness. And uh, I'm just like, to me, it's like it's more. It's not so much about how we are um, speaking it; it's how we're receiving it from our higher selves, from our team. You know?
And that's the key.
Yeah,
That is absolutely the key, because Sagittarius is the higher mind
yeah,
of Gemini.
right.
And so for me, of course, I was awake because the moon was exact on my Sagittarius moon, and I'm a
Mm.
Gemini. So my Sag moon is 4 degrees, and that Gemini moon at 4 degrees was lighting that up, standing
Oh,
right next to my Chiron, because my Chiron is at 5 degrees of Sagittarius.
mhm. And Chiron is still playing because Chiron's helping us heal, right? The collective out there helping us to heal what is wrong. Which, where do you want to start on that? But
Uh-huh.
with the four, as the moon, right? The Gemini 4 degrees. It to me was saying this is foundational. This is foundational. So just what
Takes
you were saying.
right, take us right back to that. Saturn ain't moving nowhere at 0 degrees. till you get the trench dug
Mm.
and have the proper materials in your hand. And so, he's been in this position with Chiron for quite some time, and he's not moving fast. So it's going to be a lingering thing. And that push me, pull you. Well, it's the holidays besides. So this kind of always occurs at this time anyway. So as well, on the 25th, we had that Mercury, Sun, Mars, all in Sagittarius, and nothing is in Scorpio. So the abrasive part of the information is missing. The extra questions don't need to be asked because you've already gone over it and over it and over it.
Right. Right. Wow. That's cool. Well, Pele Athena is 3 degrees Scorpio. Now she's gonna come in and she's gonna, well, first she's observing while she's in Scorpio. But I do believe she has something big to say probably within a
Well,
month or so.
whose daughter is she? Jupiter, who rules Sagittarius. Jupiter, she is wise and fair, and she may be a battling galactic warrior goddess, but she knows how to fight. She's Fernie Willis.
Yeah. And she uses her wisdom, right? So she really doesn't fight. She uses, hi Cat Mama. Hi
Yeah.
Karen.
So we also have Mercury squaring Neptune tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, no, today. Sorry. Yeah.
Today.
He's squaring today. Yeah. So
squaring today, right now. That's why I'm saying that's keep an ear out. Well, keep your antennas, your energy out, because your spirit is coming to drop some knowledge on us, right? Drop some on this new path we're going on in this new energy, and where actually are you going, specifically you and I, all of us. It's individual. As the collective gets restructured out there for the next year and a half, 2 years, we're working on ourselves, and this is a spiritual channel. We're all heart centered. We know that's the truth is love, unconditional love. And what does that mean for each of us? So
well, and also if we think back to the new moon, we had the sun, the moon, and Mars opposite Uranus. And that was abrasive also. That was that.
Yeah.
And the antenna, because Uranus looks like an antenna, was definitely receptive to all the downloads that were coming in, but didn't know which way to go because it was still processing what is paradox and what is abrasive.
Right. And that was kind of telling yesterday as the moon was building up to the 4 degrees Gemini, which is 4 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. But it had to go by Jupiter, then it had to go by Uranus.
Yeah.
So they're speaking to each other. But I do believe Uranus hasn't shown what it is he's actually was saying to the moon yet. It's going to come out though. I think that has something to do with that Mercury Neptune square.
Yeah.
I think they're all kind of playing in there.
Well, we've also got a T-square going on.
Yeah.
With Saturn and the moon. Sun and Mars conjunction. And then that moon over there at 4 degrees. Saturn's at 0. So that T-square is also involved. And that T-square, it's a talent square.
Yeah.
Right? Right. Your own challenges.
Right. But don't you feel like the squares or the challenges are to help us navigate of this is not the way. Okay, this way is the way. It kind of gives you that. And it might be like a pump, getting elbowed. What's it called when you're going? But it elbows you into the space that you need to be going on, not
It's
not
when the
knocking.
coach says, "Nice touchdown."
Not,
You're a classy guy. You didn't spike the ball. You gave it to the ref.
yeah, but
And yes,
then
I just watched the was it on Netflix? The special about Barry Sanders. He's my hero. Look up running back and you'll see Walter Payton, Barry Sanders, and Brown as the best running backs ever for the NFL. And that's all I got to say about that.
what's up, Jay Marcus? Well, this is we're coming up in November. I mean, we're coming up in December. Chiron's going to go direct on the 4th, I think it is, and
Mm-hmm.
Neptune's going to go direct. But as Mercury moves up into um, Capricorn, he's actually in his shadow now because he's slowing down to go retrograde.
Uh-huh.
Is that true? Is he going retrograde in Sag or Cap?
Mercury on the
Yeah,
13th.
yeah,
He stations
Capricorn.
yeah, he's in Capricorn when he stations. Um Also Venus goes into um Scorpio on the
Venus,
4th.
really?
Yep.
Oh,
And then
this
on the
one.
5th, she's trine Saturn. Well, so yeah, we've got a couple days of a breather here, but now don't forget, she's the morning goddess. She's a morning star. So she's still in battle mode. She's only about halfway through that, if even that.
Well,
Three
we
months.
need her. Don't you feel like we need her in Scorpio, especially with her and Pally Athena together, are going to really right a lot of the wrongs that we
Yeah,
we see
because
happen.
Venus isn't a dummy.
Mm,
And she's heart centered even when she's the warrior, I
right.
mean, morning star. She may not be as happy in the morning as she is being a night rabble rouser, but you know.
I
And
think that's
Neptune stations direct on the 6th.
the 6th.
Yeah.
Nice,
So
nice.
we do have some nice aspects coming up early in December.
Yeah.
And Mercury stations retro on the 13th. That's also the day of the moon, right? The new moon is the 13th.
I think so. Oh, I don't have it.
13th and the 27th.
Let's see. New moon is the 12th on December. Wait, where? Yeah, December 12th, and then the full moon is the 26th.
Okay.
So,
So
mm,
so we're going to finish out this year feeling the same as far as slow moving things. You can't do anything till you have more information, more information, more information. We finish out this month not only with those quincunxes, which are a little bit unnerving. We also have those happen on the 30th. We have Venus conjunct the South Node in Libra
that's
on
right
the
now, right?
20th today, right now.
Yeah.
Yes. On the right. She moves to on the 30th, Venus moves to that's when the quincunx comes. She quincunxes both Neptune that day, and then there's another one that goes from Saturn to Chiron.
Uh, yeah, and
So
Chiron's going to come up.
it's that damn fine tuning. This is Friday.
Yeah,
Thursday
yeah,
and Friday, that is going to be a little scratchy.
yeah. And it really, honestly, is going to be scratchy until I'm sticking with February, first
Right.
week of it.
And as
But
long as we just keep things in perspective,
yeah, weigh out your options, right?
right? Don't beat yourself up if you can't get it accomplished today.
Right.
If you have to wait till tomorrow, if you have to wait till next week, thank you, snow. I may have to wait till next week to get the outdoor decorations finished. Or just give in to whatever Mother Nature wants, is what Mother Nature gets.
Is the internet buffering, guys? I'm sorry. I'm still working on it. Some days it wants to work, other days it doesn't. But please let me know if there's if it's really bad. I can't see it from my point of view.
And I haven't seen you do that, but we're
Sorry.
both in StreamYard together, so
Okay. And that's, part of this, all of this energy that's hitting us. Yeah, I've had a lot of communication device problems. Each of us are going to have it in our own significant ways. But
yeah.
as we move into December, and what the new moon will be in Cap no Sagittarius. What will the new moon be? Sorry, where am I at?
The new
Just
moon, Capricorn.
Capricorn. So as
No,
we go into
not right.
Capricorn,
That's not right. The new moon will be in Sagittarius.
okay, I'm like I can't even think, so I'm just relying on you all for
Let's
everything.
reel us in.
But
We're out of control again.
as Mercury will go retrograde, he will come out of retrograde January 1st. Jupiter will come out of retrograde December 31st. This is going to be really cool in January. But until then, we have to go through all this. This is kind of the fine tuning Diana's talking about, that really dial in, weigh out your options, breathe, and take the pauses before you act or react.
Mm-hmm.
It's so important because all these minute, fine little details are coming through, as well as the downloads from your teams. This
This is
is
where
powerful tonight.
exactly, and if we talked about houses right now, we'd have to be talking about houses for the whole world. So
Hmm.
we don't have a rising sign. We don't really have a house. It just kind of is out there floating around.
Hmm.
But the fine tuning comes in when you understand your chart and understand that each house has the flavor of the sign
Hmm.
that has rulership. And also the planet. So these are the flavors that you need to know about houses. That's
Yeah.
why it's important to understand. It's physical, it's your health,
Yeah.
it's your finances, it's your love life, it's your entertainment, it's
Your health, your
your
work.
more right because each sign has rulership of a part of the body.
Hmm. We should do that. We should do that class on YouTube,
I mean,
because that was really good.
we should do
Diana,
that.
yeah, 'cause she takes every zodiac sign and puts it with its body part, and it really explains it. And as didn't we do the houses when you did that too? After, I can't remember, but it's a good.
We may have, but we did that in a private Zoom thing. But we could do
Mm,
something with a stick figure that I have put
yeah,
together when I was 18 years old. It's like, are you kidding me? Nobody's thought of this before. So, and
it
we
it
could
does.
do that.
It
Just do
means
it as
so
a
much,
program.
right? But like, to know your chart is to know yourself, to really understand what makes you you, and all these, where Sagittarius is for me in my chart is different in everyone else's chart pretty much. No two people have the same chart.
Hmm.
And This is your divine blueprint for life. You can use your natal chart under any transits. The planets never stop moving. You could go back 20 years and see what happened on a certain date and figure it out. I mean, it's really powerful and it is accurate. Um, this is we talk the astrology every moon cycle, well, new moon, full moon, generally what to do. But this is really for the last few years how it's been building up and really tweaking us, really bringing us into who we really are. I think more of our soul is coming into our body. More of this information is coming in. And how do we navigate while the circus is going on out there and we're focusing in here, but we're focusing at the same time not only on ourselves but to help the entire planet, Mother Earth, raise in vibration. It's powerful. This is an epic time to be alive,
Mm-hmm.
and self care is everything.
Right.
Take your time though, because Gemini full moon, Gemini moon is just. Thank God it goes fast. It goes through fast, but your thoughts can overtake you. You can bring you down rabbit holes or dark holes or somewhere you don't want to be.
Right.
So just be mindful of that. We are still in Gemini. I think we'll be there till tomorrow early in the morning. So
Tomorrow afternoon, because
tomorrow
it's,
after.
yeah, because if it was only at 4 degrees at 4 o'clock this morning, we still have a little ways to go, because
Usually
11
2 days.
maybe.
Yeah.
Well, let me
So,
bring up the chart and I will.
but the thing is, the Gemini full moon with the Sagittarius sun and Mars with Sag sun, that higher consciousness, it is bringing us in downloads. It's bringing us in higher vibrational information on what to do. Now, you can get stuck in some lower vibrational stuff if you're not paying attention. Pull yourself out of that and
So the
get your.
moon is the moon will be at 26 degrees at this time tomorrow night, Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes, our divinity warrior girl. Absolutely.
Right.
I mean, all of you are brilliant, beautiful souls.
Right.
Don't waste your energy on any of that crap out
So,
there.
right. You know, this for me, so when I look at my blueprint, all of this stuff goes on up there, affects certain houses that have those planets in it for me.
Mhm.
So for me, that new moon, or full moon rather, in Gemini is across from my real moon in Sagittarius, but
Mhm.
my moon is in the third house of Gemini, right?
Wow.
And that means that the
Always
moon
got it.
is in my ninth house. So here's a real opportunity for a paradox, for a
Absolutely.
miracle,
Mm-hmm.
because now it's just a big round robin and everybody's having a good time playing cards, you know? So I was able to get things done regardless of the fact of not being able to do what I wanted to get done, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't. So that's why it's important for you to understand those things.
Here we go. The dragonfly crystals got a message about our soul alignments back in August. Yeah. Dinah and I have been talking about this for, well, a year and a half, but that we are being aligned onto our new paths and these new energies. The fourth outman will happen on December 22nd, the 23rd. It's a gift to our soul self from the higher realm. Absolutely. And I mean this is why it's so important. Diana and I are always talking about where's your focus. Make sure where you place your focus, it's for your highest good, for your highest spiritual growth, because it is so easy to get pulled down into the shit show, and it we gotta and it does take some wrangling, some wrestling to stay out of that, to just stay out of it. Okay, I'm not going to get wrapped up in so and so's drama or this one or that one. I'm focusing in on me, which is kind of the guidance. Well, it is the guidance we got in the summertime, was for in the fall and winter to go inside, really align yourself with these energies as the information comes into you, to be ready for that February, March time, right?
when the shift is really noticeable,
Yeah, yeah.
when
It's
the
gonna be.
Uranus has begun to move.
Mm.
when
Mm.
and don't the other thing is, this time, this yo-yo that Pluto has had us on is almost over with. He's
Beautiful.
going to be in Aquarius till September, and then he's going to go retrograde, and he's still going to be in Aquarius for a while. When he gets into Capricorn, he's not staying there very long, because he moves right in November, right after the election. So, and then he goes, like, he's back in by November 25th of 2024. He's back in Aquarius, and he's going to be at 1 degree.
This is epic. This is epic.
This is
When
right. So we're out, I mean, we're getting a really good taste of it this time when he goes in January, when he steps into Aquarius in Gemini. And so much healing can occur. But can we
yes,
do much about it right now? No, we can't.
focus,
Because nothing
focus.
is stone, right?
Right. Nothing is in stone. It's not. You're right. And the thing is, when Pluto, okay, this is Pluto's America's first Pluto return. We went through this quite a few times, but as he goes back into Aquarius on January 20th, 2024, that's the same day the sun goes into Aquarius. Think about that. Think about how powerful. This is so healing for the collective, for the world. We're going to hear a lot of stuff up until then, because the circus out there. But as that all gets ramped up, because they're just going to keep amping it up. It's an election year, but Pluto is there. Pluto's going to pull us through this nightmare.
Yep.
Um, oh, they're talking about salt with my. Oh wow,
What's that?
Lori saying, I'm so excited to hear about the miracle. Yes. And then Warrior Girl said she received divine grace during the last one. And
Awesome.
then she saw it with her physical eyes. It was magical. Yes. That's the thing. We can see the higher realms, because there's no veil. There's no veil. And for those of us who are sensitive, who understand that there is more to this realm than we've been led to believe, and we've all been working in it for these last 10 years or whatever. But as it gets, every time we have these aspects, new moons, full moons, any of these T squares, any of this stuff, it brings it in more. It's more and more coming in for us, as the outer world wants to show you there's nothing going on but trauma. See, and this is where the focus and this discernment really matters, because we know something else is going on, and it's magical and it's beautiful. That out there is trying to distract this from happening to the rest of the world, right?
Yeah, no matter which side of the coin they're on, they're just trying to make sure that their ratings stay up. Even that little group that I really was enjoying here on YouTube, it's like, ah, like,
Yeah.
knock it off, you guys. What is that all about? I love this. I had just caught that. I was going to
Yeah.
ask you to put that up.
I
That's
love
awesome.
that, Lori.
Now, can I ask you
Something.
what the date was? Are you aware of when that
Yeah.
happened? Because that's basically what was happening to me on November 14th,
Mm-hmm.
which was the day after or the day of that last Atman, right?
Yeah. And that's just it, right? We all get these at the specific time. Our team says it's time, and before you know it, you can't get out of the bed or you can't move, right? And it is the
But I
most
was okay with
calming.
that.
Yeah,
So cozy, wide
yeah.
awake. And
It is. It's very calming. It is. I mean, when you feel that and know what you're feeling, well, even if you don't know, you do know this: things are going to be okay,
mhm.
because that's not a normal feeling, for every day here on Mother Earth. But as we help raise the vibration, we're bringing more of that in, more of that in, and everybody gets these upgrades. Look how many people, and I'm not saying this in a negative way, but a lot of people getting sick, colds, flus. That's to help, especially if that was during Scorpio season. That's bringing up the stuff that's got to be released, so you can get these type of beautiful downloads. You
Right.
know.
Even with what's going on in my head, I know I've been
Hmm.
for a while because I know it's coming. But um it was like, oh, phew, it's a relief. It's a relief to have the drainage because now I'm getting rid of it. It isn't just compacted up there in my sinus
That
cavity,
Yeah, it's
creating
not that
pressure.
anymore. Yeah. And
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 a little Mucinex can help.
and this is just it though. The more we relax into it and really focus on only that that feeling, that knowing, in the spiritual realms. I'm not saying you got to lay there all the time meditating. It
No,
helps, but you don't have to. But keeping your focus on it tells your team that you're ready. You're ready to receive more and more information. So, but if you're running around or in drama out there in the world, it's hard to get our attention when we're not focusing on the inside. Oh yeah, look at this. Yes, it did. It began at the Lion's Gate and slowly increased. After the first blue light surge, more came. With each surge, it increased. I'm glad it came in phases and not all at one time. And see, Lori, it has to come in phases because
yeah,
this has been going on since the harmonic convergence in 1987.
yeah.
It has to come in slow and steady. If we got all this energy at one time, nobody would be alive on Mother Earth. Nobody. So as it increased up till 2012. Then it started really ramping up, and that's when Neptune went into Pisces also. Then we started seeing, not only are we getting the downloads, we're understanding we're more psychic and intuitive, empathic, healers, right? Then we were seeing the opposite of people who are truly delusional. That's the lower side of Neptune, or who can't see. Because to me, it's not that they can't; it's they're not connected to their heart. They want to, instead of understanding who they are, they want to take others' rights away. We saw how it all played out. But anyway, but that is to help them wake up too. I pray that everybody gets that chance and takes it and gets to know their heart and find self love and acceptance. Um, it's
And
not easy.
even for us who are open, if we get it all at one time, it's going to knock us off our feet
Oh
because
God.
we still have to step into that world that the other side runs,
Hmm.
you know? I mean, I'm lucky I don't have to go to work, but
Oh no. Cat
what?
Mama had an unexpected trip to the ER on Friday. I'm sorry. See, that's the type of things when we get too much energy, things like that can get triggered in us. I I used to have to go to in extreme pain. I was in the emergency rooms for quite a while, for about 10-year period as I was trying to heal,
Well,
And
I hope
now,
everything, and for you as well. I'm hoping everything is okay today for her.
yeah, I think so. You are okay, Cat Mama. I don't think she'd be here if she wasn't. I don't know. Let us know. She thought she was exhibiting signs of a heart attack. Oh my goodness.
Mm.
I had that with what's that called? What's that when you have the stones, the gallstones? Oh my God. I thought I was dying of a heart attack. Was it a gallstone, Cat Mama? It's awful. Yeah, yeah. That's when sobriety started coming up for me too, Lori. It's true. And so your team is going to help you navigate through all these things, right? Well, you got to get clean, and you got to get this, and you got to get that. You got to get your energy right. Hi, Lisa. Lisa Foster's here.
Hi.
Let's see what Cat Mama. I'm trying to see. I don't think she answered. Yeah, I do hope you're feeling better. Sorry. Oh my goodness. And that Scorpio energy also triggers a lot of things like that too, where um, accidents, there was a lot of accidents happen. Look, your son got in. He got hit by a car. I mean, just it, these things that happen in these energies because it's so fast and furious, and not everybody is focused. Of course, everybody's running around doing their thing, but my goodness, yes, her gallbladder tried to kill her last year. Oh my goodness.
Mm. Thanksgiving food,
Mm.
all the richness,
Mm.
the extra fats we put in those luscious dinners.
Yeah. Lori Hunsinger's daughter went to the ER Friday with high blood pressure.
Oh goodness.
Lisa, you had your gallbladder removed? Oh, wow. I should have let him remove it because I tell you, sometimes it flares up and I don't even, it's not pleasant. Wow. But see, and all these things, right? All these different ways, whether it's our physical health, our mental health, our emotional health, we're going to get through it. It's just, this is why it's so important. Take your time, really weigh your options, think before, we do act out. And it just gets you, though, it takes you right out of left field, right? You just going through the motions. Next thing you know, you're going in the hospital.
Right.
Oh my goodness, Lisa had a gallstone stuck between her pancreas and her liver, and then
Ow.
she got pancreatitis. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
Oh
Yeah,
goodness.
that is a very painful. You really do feel like you're just having a heart attack. A long, I don't know how long they last, but geez. Oh my
So,
goodness.
just like when you have a gallstone attack
Mm,
or go into labor, it's basically
yeah,
the same thing. You
yeah,
have to breathe through it. The
yeah.
hardest thing is breathing through it.
Breathing.
But when you do, it makes the pain less noticeable, more bearable. Whatever it is, your focus is shifted from the pain to the breath.
Mm, yeah.
And then it links breath to movement. It's yoga. Yoga is Sanskrit for yoke. And
Mm,
so what does a yoke do? But it links together the animal pulling the cart to another animal pulling the cart, or just to the rails of the cart itself.
Mm.
But that yoke is what a breath is. And it doesn't Juno say each breath is a gift?
Ah, I love
And
it.
when we sit down and when we rip into the wrapping paper,
Mm.
we miss the beautiful parts of
Yeah,
the wrapping paper,
it's true. A lot of
right?
people
So
put a lot of stuff on.
if we take our time, especially, well, me, because I save paper because, everything is a collage, but it always has another purpose. It can be a smaller sheet for a smaller box to wrap a gift in. Anyway,
Mm.
I'm sort of digressing on that, but that
Okay.
breath to movement is exactly what you're trying to overcome when you're trying to go through any kind of pain, be it emotional or physical or a combination of the both. But it takes that focus off of the stabbing
Mm.
and puts it on the path through to where the source of that stab is, the
Mm.
wound.
I mean, well, Cat Mama's gonna lay down, but she's taking us with her. She's so beautiful. Lisa Foster said she had a full infection and they had a drain put in. They pulled that drain out and she screamed. Yeah. See,
Oh,
a
imagine.
Warrior Girl had her appendix removed in 2018. Lisa, when was yours? Because this is all this stuff. Well, I'm not saying it didn't happen before 2015, but 2015 was that was kind of like,
Barbaric.
I mean, it was brutal for so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that clearing out of the energy fields in whatever ways. 2018 for Lisa Foster. Yeah, see that, those were pivotal moments because they were both told, and this is just two people in our chat, right? That they almost didn't make it.
Well, my husband didn't. My
See.
husband was diagnosed with rectal cancer at the end, mid December of 2015,
Mm.
and died May 19th of 2018. And he went through a lot of torment leading up to that because, of course, he didn't get into treatment until the end of January of 2016. And then, I'm sorry, it was the end of 2016 when he was diagnosed. I said 2015. 2017. And then the doctors made mistakes, and
Mm. Mm. Mm.
things, his passing would not have been changed. However, the comfort zone he would have had would have been a whole lot different than the way it ended.
So many people are going
Yeah.
through so much, or didn't, or transitioned, going through so much. Um, Warrior Girl sending you hugs. I mean, it's been a long road for all of us, you know,
Yeah.
and here we are, very close to the end, but it's kind of like the worst part of the end, the last year and a half, 2 years, where your focus is really going to
Mm-hmm.
get you through this next year and a half, because everything is designed on the outside, external, to steal our focus from us and get us distracted. Just remember, look at all of you, you brave, brilliant souls. You made it. You made it. Here we are at this pivotal time. We're literally living history. You know, all the things that are coming up.
Right.
Um, I'm just glad y'all are here with us. Really, we're all together in our community. I'm just so grateful for this community.
Yes, me too.
Boy, it
I
is.
love I
Yeah,
love everybody here.
I do too. I mean, I wouldn't admit, honestly, I don't know. We all found each other during the worst time in the history of the world for us,
Hmm.
you know?
And we're still together.
Yeah. And we didn't know each other existed. And here we go. We're together and we're going to get through to the end of this. And even after 2 years, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but it's going to be a lot lighter than it is now,
Right.
you
Kinks
know?
will work, be getting not unknotted.
Yeah. Uh, which,
If we just think back to what it was like at the time that Pluto went into Capricorn.
mm, 2008. It's
Yeah.
terrible. First day.
So, right? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. It was a big time.
Yeah.
And
First
then
day.
and the difference is he's going into a community minded based
Thank you.
sign,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no Pollyanna about Aquarius, trust me.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But
You.
he's the humanitarian.
Mm-hmm. And wants
But
freedom.
mhm,
Everybody gets a seat at the table.
yeah,
This isn't the top 3%. That's where Pluto's really
right.
going to come in and
Mhm.
help. And integrity, again, integrity is everything. So being heart centered and integrity, and Pluto assists us, right? Helps us get through that. Aquarius is just going to really level out the playing field, though. Um, it is, it's, I mean, it is an amazing time to be alive. Like what Lori said, we are more
Mhm.
than blessed to
Right.
have found each other. I would have lost my mind many. Absolutely, it was awful. I
Yeah.
was so excited to see that there were so many people who thought like I'm so
Well,
excited.
for me, it was what was so hard was, I left Virginia after 30 years of living there, came back to Michigan, but not to where I grew up, went to a different part of the state by design, but then we went into shutdown. So I couldn't even go find any playmates, you know? And
Mm,
so I had never really watched YouTube. I was just
me
this
either.
little hippie witch, old lady crone
Yep.
reading tarot cards and doing
Hmm.
astrology and keeping my mouth shut because there's a lot of
Yeah.
red flags around here. And I didn't know existed when I said, "Oh, pick me, I want."
I'm telling you, God,
So, right.
weren't we like we were kind of conditioned to shut our mouths.
Oh, yeah.
If you stood out as a witch or different astrologer,
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
target
So
anyway. But
exactly. And then to discover tarot cards on YouTube?
I know,
What? Oh my God.
I felt like I hit the jackpot, the lottery. I was like, oh my God, there's tarot cards,
Right.
there's psychics, there's astrologers. This is so
Mhm.
awesome. All these
I've got
people
a
and
good
keep saying,
imagination. You mean I can stay home and pretend these people are in my house?
yes, Lisa Foster, things are getting better. It's going to
Yes,
take a
they
little
are.
while. Now, well, actually, every time I say that, I hear if you look, if you
Watch
look,
out, there's a quincunx tomorrow.
if you look around, there's light peeking through a lot of different areas, right? And this is why
Right.
the focus again is so important because we can sit here and we can see the big black dark hole that's trying to overcome all of us, or we can find those little bits of light. But yeah, in about a year and a half, 2 years, we're really going to see the light,
Yeah.
uh, humanity going forward
What did I say?
together because it's going to be in Aquarius with that Pluto in Aquarius bringing us into the age of Aquarius, saying, "Oh, this is we are unified now. Period. This is the way
Yeah.
forward. Everyone gets lifted up."
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And
Yes.
that Venus, so of course, my nodes are at 24 degrees. And that Venus sitting on my north node, which sits on my rising sign, I mean, my south node. My south node is in Libra on my rising sign, and Venus is sitting there in the cluster. Venus controls Libra. So for me, personally, I'm excited about it because this is like, it's a love fest. Venus is heart centered. She rules Libra, but she also rules Taurus. Ooh, give me the chocolate.
Yeah, and that Taurus, Jupiter, and Uranus, that's really going to bring in a nice blessing for those of us that have been working on the spirit, on our spirituality in about April, May. Hi,
Mhm.
Viviani. Hi, Indigo Jaguar, Heather. How is everybody?
Right?
Oh,
And so even if your nodes are in other places, um, that Venus South Node conjunction in Libra is going to help you feel balance
hmm
and help you work with your own South Node, what you need to let go of and where you need to let go of it.
yeah. Now this is a good day for releasing. We didn't bring that up. It's a full moon. Really get it. Write it down, burn the paper, rip it up,
Mm-hmm.
do a little ceremony, thank
Mm-hmm.
it, love it, send it on its way.
Mm-hmm.
It's the easiest and fastest. I like to get to the down to it real quick and release. But I mean, take as much time as you want. But this is what full moons are for. But as you do that, also write your intentions out on another, somewhere else, or add to your intentions you have written out. In this way, keep that energy flowing to you as you're letting go of that old energy, sending it into the south node with Venus, the goddess of love. She'll help you release. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful time. And it's every month we have these chances. I mean, every day. It's not even have to be on a full moon or a new moon. You can always release.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
and
Comes
and go ahead.
when you need it.
Yeah, whenever you need it. April's going to be pretty powerful too with eclipse season starting back up. So as we're clearing and we get that little short spurt of all the planets direct, February 1st, it's usually a few months at the most, something like that. And then we go back into the eclipse season and retrogrades. But that'll be a really good time to, like, if you are planning. This is why Diane and I have been saying, go inside, really align yourself to what it is you want to be investing your energy into, because once that February gets here, make your move, start something new. I mean, you can always start something whenever you want to, but that's really going to be a good energy, a good time period. And we just build each other up as we get through the winter here. We need
Mm-hmm.
each other's support.
So can I talk about something that happened last night, which was
Sure.
this was a big release for me. I was lurking, listening to Tarot Stash with JJ and Starseed 1111, and I'm restoring in a tree that I'm going to stick out on the lawn when the snow's out of the way. Anyway, um,
Oh,
Kate starts getting a download, and I chuckle in while my hands are in this tree, and chuckle and say, "Oh my God, that sounds like Matt."
I love you.
And
Sorry, saying to my Russ. At least somebody found a kitten. I'm sorry, Rossi. Okay, go ahead. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to interrupt. I saw a
oh,
kitten and Tyler at the same time. Sorry.
I might have a stray kitten hanging around. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, anyway, it turned out to be a reading that was going on for me. She was getting all these downloads from Matt for me, and
Oh,
this was the Venus alignment beginning with the South Node, and there's a lot of what grief is like. It's not something you get over right away, and You have to go through the anger and you have to go through all those other stages. And last night was such a big release that even though I was sobbing through it, it was just so nice. It was just so lifting. So
Hmm.
don't be afraid of releasing
Mm-mm.
those old wounds.
Yeah. Because they get stuck in there, and it takes a few rounds to get a lot of that deep, deep seated stuff moving fully, fully released out.
Right. No
Um,
matter how hard you work on doing your shadow work, there's always still something more that you can uncover.
Absolutely.
And that
Ab-
takes you into your root work.
No. Shadow work, root work,
Right.
sacral. Well, the
Because even
sacral.
shadow
My
has a root in something.
mm-hmm. Absolutely.
We're all a bunch of mushroom fungi.
Mycelium. Mycelium. Heather is saying hi to you, Diana.
Heather, still
Oh,
waiting for the email, Toots.
I hope you get that kitty, Rossi. Oh, little
Oh, yeah.
kitten.
So, in case you didn't know it, I forgot about practice being today. We have a little practice group that does our mediumship and stuff. And I've been hosting it, and I forgot today was Monday. That's what
But see,
happens
that
when you have Thanksgiving.
is Thanksgiving and a Mercury Neptune square.
Oh,
Boy,
that's it.
that just really it was like it's what day? Where am I? I couldn't, just keep feeling that time out of time, like, oh my goodness. Am I and I ground constantly. I'm always grabbing a crystal. I mean I put it on my chest. I'm like, I know I'm here, but why can't I feel like it?
Well,
Oh,
and having been a teacher who has to account for every, it takes 1 minute to do this. I need a minute and a half for that. I need 3 minutes for this, 5 minutes for that, 20 minutes there. And then we got to do this. And then we got to do that. I'll have to look for it. And it always ends up now there is no time.
no.
Only if there's somebody sending me a reminder that I have to be at a doctor's office or the mammogram or the
Yes.
vet or the groomer. Not for me, for the dogs. Because
Or Valerie says, "Are you ready to go tonight?" Yeah. I have to, but I mean, if I don't tell her and notify her, and this way I notify myself. I know what I'm doing, even though I've put this stuff up there. I'm that flighty lately that I just will go, "Whoop, oh, forgot about that." But I've had to get good with it, and I'm sure a lot of us here are having those where's my brain moments, how am I forgetting what I'm doing? But really, if I don't have a time for something, I have no idea what day it is, what time
yeah,
it
half the time I feel like I'm in a Stephen Wright stand up monologue.
is. Let's see, want to card for everybody before we go? What do you think?
Oh, sure. Sure, sure, sure.
What do we think?
Let me see. What shall we take?
I don't
Oh,
know. Does
I'm
anyone
going to
have
take
any?
The Land of Oz.
Oh yeah, I like Wizard
Let's
of
see what
Oz.
we got with Oz.
Yes, airhead tendencies, warrior girl. I love it. I'm a proud airhead. Just gonna own it.
Oh, yeah. Windy City, right here.
Please God. Uh-oh. How did I lose Diana? Oh Lord. I hope she comes back. Can everyone see me? I hope. She'll be back. Hot air balloon. Tyler, there you are. Yes, hot air balloon. My son's got it right. Thank you, baby. Uh-oh. Ooh. Where are you going? There you
Can you
are.
hear me now?
I can hear you now. Thank goodness.
I can't hear you. What the heck?
Yeah, see what I'm saying, Heather?
Uh-oh.
Comments still up. All right.
Ah! Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Can you
you.
hear
Can you
me?
hear me? Yeah, yeah.
I can't hear you.
Oh man.
Ah! Beginning.
Oh my
Do
goodness.
do 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 do.
Oh Lord, what a crazy
The
one.
very beginning of the road to Oz.
Oh, I
What'd you get?
love it.
Oh,
I got trust. Trust. Let me find the card.
I'm playing this all by ear, you know.
I know. Here, let me pull it up there for you. Uh-oh. Trust. Leap into the unknown. Have faith and move forward. Believe you will fly. For all the airheads out there, we're gonna get it. Well, oh, let me get
Somebody keeps calling me.
one more. Magic.
Ooh.
Magic.
Oh, look at
Oh,
him.
he's gorgeous. Oh, yeah.
He's
And that
gorgeous.
one says, "Make a wish. Believe in miracles. Magic
I don't
surrounds you."
understand why.
We got this. All right.
I don't
Can
know.
you
I
hear
can't
me?
hear you guys. Huh.
All right. Well, I guess we better go. Diana's having technical problems. And remember, you are magic, and we love you. We'll see you on the next new moon in December. Y'all be safe. Love you.
Love you all. I don't know if you can hear me or not.